I'm going to whip right through this because I have to head out in a few minutes to give an estimate. A field of stumps. Trees were taken down, it's time. Okay, let's throw the glove on the ground. Boom. So I can bury the tip. Do some stringing. So I've got Steve's bow. It's, well, you'll see it bend. Let's see if I can get that on there. Yeah. I must be drunk. No, I'm not. Just poor of eyesight. There we go. String the pedal bow. Steve, I still don't know what your criteria is. And so I can tell you I finished sand it, knocked a few pounds off of it. It's a nice bow. P diddle bow. I have the Helmsman spar urethane finish on the back. Let's see here. Let's pull it back. Yeah, it's about 27 inches. Oh, need the brace a little higher, but it's about 55 pounds at 27 inches. Will that work for you? If so, I can Helmsman spar urethane the belly, make a string, send it out. Justin, your bending form is winging its way to Illinois. Next up, I'm going to do something fancy here. I'm going to untie this. And I've got a handy tip for you as far as bow repair in expectations. Let's string up Newell's bow here. And again, the tip is on a glove, so I'm not injuring it. It's a cool little bow. I actually have, and I found a picture of a sinew-back bow that had tips like that. And so that's fair. I've got the middle limb wraps, which serve a couple purposes. First of all, it's decorative. Second of all, it supports the sinew on a heavy bow by having the backing clamp down. This is cool. I went with the dyed and then smoked leather. And then I've got, on the wraps, actually, oh, look at this. Mrs. Stewart's liquid bluing, which found its way onto the Great Plains possibly late 1700s, early 1800s. Blue dye, compared to the production time, you know, of making a bow, putting your colors on it, which is perfectly legal. It's like this much time out of the entire time of crafting a bow. Nice. And some of the bows actually using the bluing, again, a lot of activity was happening in the Great Plains in the 17 and 1800s. Entire limbs were painted blue. White spots looks pretty cool. I've done a few bows like that. Horsehair tough. Compliments of Carlos. Nice bow. Beautiful bow. Next up, well, I'll just leave that strung up because time is a wasting. I've already had this strung, yanked it back. Now, according to a fellow who I talked to this morning, who has a connection with the past, he actually was successfully hunting with a 100-year-old bow of his grandfather. And so his connection with short bows, horse bows, familial connection goes back generations. I'm not going to get into name dropping. You can kind of figure out the heritage of this fellow. But yeah, he wants a 60-inch paddle bow. He's a shorter bow kind of guy. Deer and wild boar. Wants to get one of my paddle bows, and he makes bows, which is, it's always complimentary when a bow maker buys one of my bows. He wants to get a paddle bow, and 60-inch, of course. It's a 23-inch draw length, plus or minus. And then sinew back it, which with a 60-inch paddle bow, you're in the realm of reason, and then paint it with his colors. Cool thing is, he also makes trade points, so I might work out a deal. Love to get trade points. Nice, and he makes nice trade points. And then I'm going to finish up here. And again, Steve, what is your criteria for bow? Does that work for you? 55 pounds, 27 inches. It's a nice bow. This one, remember this one? Oh, I strung this one up and I yanked it back. I yanked it back far. Well beyond 20 inches. It's short. About 46 inches, knock to knock. Oh, it was heavy, heavy bow. And then I'm kind of feeling it, and I felt that the sinew had lifted dead center. This is under a tremendous amount of pressure. It's fine on the limbs. It was right here. So crap. Got to get glue in there. So what I did was heated up hide glue, right? Watered it down a little bit, added Dawn detergent so it would like capillary action, right? And then took a steak knife, stuck it in there between the wood and then the sinew, kind of pried it and poured my hide glue in there, and then cinched it down after a while, allowing it to regenerate the glue in here. On a short bow like this, you can see the handle is constricted, right? Wide limbs. Went from wide limbs to a narrow handle. It bends through the handle at the 70 odd pounds that I was pulling it back, right? That's a lot for a little tiny bow. Bend through the handle. When you go from this amount of wood to handle the compression to then this amount, yeah, I saw the faint signs, some chrysaling, compression problems right here, plus it lifted up the sinew. Now I could cure, if I wanted to, if this was Osage, it would handle that change in width. Seriously, I mean, it's going this much wood is handling compression compared to this much wood handling compression. With whitewood bows, you're going to run into that problem when you have a bend through the handle, transition from wide to thin. I could have cured it if there was no compression problems by prying it with a steak knife, letting glue soak throughout, and with the Dawn detergent, it went everywhere. I re-glued it, so that's no problem. Supporting it with a total sinew wrap throughout to support, as in the case of middle limb wraps, middle limb decorations. But because of the compression failure, and I don't want to draw this bow back more than 70 pounds, I'm going to thin it out and get so the handle maybe bending a little tiny bit, but not as much as it was before. The chrysals will be fine. They're not bad. I'm going to completely wrap this with sinew throughout the handle, cure that. And again, it's fine on the limbs. Outside bend, right? So when you pull it back, it's pushing towards the wood. It's not trying to lift off. Here, it's inside bend and just everything, stuff. It was trying to pull away. But yeah, you know, I get this down to 50 pounds, which it's thin. So it's not going to take much wood removal to get it down to 50 pounds. It'll be perfectly happy. It'll be able to support that. I'll get a nice draw line. It'll be a cool bow. Now, I also thought, not a commission bow, it's my experimental bow, right? I also thought that maybe I would just sand that paint off or just leave it, whatever. Not sand it so the glue can bond. And rawhide back it. Why not? I've never rawhide backed a sinew backed bow. Water protection. Oh, and the fellow that I talked to today makes some trade points. He also will, put tight bond 3 over sinew and then snakeskin, right? Nice water protection, weather protection over the sinew. Tight bond 3. Well, with that, I think I've about covered it. Steve, let me know. I want to get these bows out. And Newell, it's a bow. We'll start discussing the trade. The trade-off here. As far as finalizing this transaction. Yeah, it's a pretty cool bow. I like this thing. Well, with that, I shall draw this to, as they say, a close.